Starting at age 16, our next guest has done it all, from performing #1 hits, competing on Dancing with the Stars, starring on Broadway and in Hallmark Channel movies as well, and a lot of things in between, everybody. Please welcome back the amazing Debbie Gibson in the house.
Thank
Welcome,
you.
Debbie.
Hi, guys.
Great to see you. We are just getting started because we're going to talk about something else that you've added to your resume as well. But before we do that, we have to talk about the very successful Hallmark movies that you have starred in: Summer of Dreams, Wedding of Dreams.
So sweet.
And it was interesting because the experience on these films helped inspire some lyrics for a new Christmas song that you wrote.
Oh my goodness. Well, first of all, Christmas time comes, and who does not like to binge watch every Hallmark Christmas movie? So I have this song I wrote because I'm doing a new Christmas album this year, at my first ever, and I wrote this song called Jingle Those Bells, and one of the lines is, "Little boy blue, come turning around, live life like you're in a Hallmark town this Christmas."
There you go.
What is it like to be able to just sing like that?
I know, man.
That's like magic.
Oh my goodness. But really, I had to write about the Hallmark Christmas town because everybody just wants to jump through their TV set and live in those towns.
That's true.
right?
It's true. This is very
And I love you
true.
writing an original Christmas song too, because I mean, obviously we have the classics, but we also have the new and the more sort of upbeat and pop songs coming out too.
And I kind of live in both worlds because I love all the traditional, like the Andy Williams Christmas specials and all that. But I feel like we need new classics.
Okay.
You know, we need songs that feel familiar and homey but are new and have a little modern to them. So that's what I'm working on.
And that's what you're doing. You're doing it very well. Well,
Thank
turns out
you.
you're not the only singer in your family, my
No,
friend.
no.
You have 3 sisters who sing beautifully as well.
They do, although they were like, at a certain point, we were the Gibson girls, and we all sang together. And at a certain point, they were like, you know what, we'd rather be building the homecoming float than rehearsing with you. You can have the career. So they kind of bailed on me, but my dad never bailed. My dad actually started singing in the foster care home he grew up in with 100 boys. And 4 of them, there they are. My dad's the one on the right with the glasses.
Amazing.
Joe, Daddy Joe. And he looks like Richard Cunningham, but he sings like he was the bass.
And they're little.
He was like, "My name is Joey and I sing low bass." He's amazing. He has this crooner's voice, and he and I get together like on the holidays. When we get together, we sing Christmas songs around
bet
the
you do.
piano
And he was in part of the Peanuts. They called themselves the Peanuts, didn't they?
Peanuts,
That little group.
The Peanuts, yes.
And they were all from the foster care program.
Yep, they were in this boys' home in Far Rockaway in New York. And my dad never got adopted. Back then, it was a Catholic boys' home, and if any other religion wanted to adopt them, they didn't allow it, which is so crazy.
Oh, my goodness.
So my dad grew up not knowing what it was like to be part of a family till he married my mom. We're like practically right out of high school. They met in high school.
Amazing story.
Yeah.
And look at you now. I know you and your dad make quite the singing duo as
Yes.
well. In fact, we have a little video.
Oh,
Take a look
boy.
at this.
I'm dreaming of a while. I thought you were singing.
It's gone to the dogs. Keep going.
I thought you were singing.
With every Christmas card I write,
May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white.
He must be so proud, Debbie.
He is. He's one of these guys who could, like, you know, the world could be crumbling around him and he's always in a good mood. He really, I get emotional because I think maybe if you have to grow up in that situation, you learn to make your own joy and make your own fun. Your life could go either way. And I think music probably saved him. Yeah. And then he brought that into our family, and my mom had a love of music. And so we always had like 2 pianos going. We were like fighting over who was going to practice, which is very rare.
Yeah, awesome.
And at the holidays, there was always the piano and the caroling in the living room.
Well, so, you know, it's no accident you're sitting right here, and you are so talented and, you know, so musically inclined. It was all around you.
Thank you. It was.
And now you're drawing from all of your life experience to be a
Yes.
judge on this great new show, America's Most Musical Family. Tell us about this.
And you hit it on the head. It's like it was organic and authentic to me because I grew up with it. And so to see these families, who I know were like my family, harmonizing in the living room just for the joy of it, and then the show comes along and they're like, oh my God, this is the show for us. You know, it's incredible because you know these kids are like practicing in their garage. There's multi-generational families that go all the way from the grandkids to the grandma on keyboards. Like,
Wow.
it's amazing. There's a death metal duo. You haven't lived till you heard that.
A father-son, a father-son. Don't think I saw that.
Oh my God! But all genres, mariachi. What I love is, you know, there are people of all different ethnic backgrounds. They're bringing their culture to, you know, primarily young audience. So kids are sitting home going, oh wow, that's me and that's my heritage, and they're represented in this show, and it's just really moving, really fun,
right.
but
We
also
saw
very
Nick Lachey
modern and
also
current and
hosting
cool.
it.
Yes, Nick Lachey is
Yeah.
hosting. Sierra is a judge. David Dobrik is a judge, and we have a great time. A great time.
Amazing.
But there was one family in particular that really tugged at your heartstrings.
Yes.
That did a very unique rendition of the song Maybe from the
Yes.
Broadway play Annie.
Yes, all of us little showbiz girls wanted to be Annie, and what I came to find out, because you could see little girls in the audience mouthing the words or singing along, also still, all these years later, but the Bomb Parts take Broadway and turn it into kind of like this cool urban gospel arrangement thing, this magical thing they do. And I found out that they live near, my mom had to go into assisted living this past year. She's dealing with a health issue. And they went to the home and serenaded her.
Oh my gosh,
And
I'll
her
tell you what.
friends, which was incredible.